So guys, today is the day. It is the final day of Grand Theft Auto Online, at least for the guys still playing on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Remember, about half a year ago, Rockstar made the announcement that Grand Theft Auto Online for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 was going to be shutting down today on December 16th, 2021. So remember, they said, as we continue to move forward with updates and support for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC versions of Grand Theft Auto Online, as well as prepare for the launch of the new expanded and enhanced versions of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 versions, including website stat tracking via the Rockstar Games Social Club, will be officially shutting down on December 16th, 2021. They said these changes are for the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of GTA Online, and they will have no impact on access to story mode. So long story short, if you are still, for whatever reason, playing on the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3, today is your last day to jump on Grand Theft Auto Online. In fact, when I'm recording this video, as we're getting into the afternoon on Thursday, December 16th, it might already be over. I don't know when Rockstar is officially pulling the plug. I don't think they're going to be making an announcement, but this is it. It's kind of the end of an era. I remember very vividly where I was when I loaded into Grand Theft Auto Online for the first time, playing on my Xbox 360, and let's be honest, guys, it was a mess. Still playing on the Xbox 360 at the time. It felt slow. It felt sluggish. But it was the start of what we have today. So just kind of looking back at it, it's kind of cool, and you're seeing that in some of the gameplay footage right now. It's probably making you guys pretty nostalgic, whether it's to see the vehicles we once thought were the best, or the outfits we wore that were considered the coolest, or the websites and how they looked before we suddenly got all these different and unique vehicles into the game. We obviously don't have any of that anymore. And Grand Theft Auto Online for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, it hasn't been getting updates since 2015, but I still think there was a significant chunk of players that would still hop on and access the game, whether it was to roam around or whether it was to just see how much destruction they could cause. I do genuinely think there was a good chunk of the population that still played on these older systems. And now it's gone for good. And I'm not sure what Rockstar's reasoning for this was. They obviously gave you that PR answer right there, that they were going to be moving forward on the next generation systems, and that they wanted to essentially have all people focus on the expanded and enhanced version coming out in 2022. But I think there's a bigger reason there, whether it's hackers, whether it's money spent on having to upkeep those old servers. That question I can't answer for you, because that would only have to come from Rockstar. But I really do think that they are going all in on the next generation version of this, because in the last update, the contract DLC, it looks like Rockstar specifically slipped some changes in there that look like it's focusing on what's next. And we even saw this in the Los Santos Tuners updates, where we saw the ability for the LS car meet to have over 70 players, when currently right now we can't have any more than 30 in a lobby. So why would the LS car meet have parking spots for 70 people if Rockstar wasn't planning on upping the player count when this thing goes to the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S? And we saw more of that in the contract DLC. We're going to be taking a look at two guys who have found some interesting stuff in the files. The first is WildBrick142. So he said this is definitely testing for the new performance upgrades in expanded and enhanced Grand Theft Auto Online. There's only 6 test cars, 1 per class, each having 2 upgrade types. While I'm no racer or mechanic and could be wrong on some things, I could observe some effects, notably on turbo and power. So it's the Hakachu Drag, the Devastate, the Brioso, the Turismo, the Banshee, and the Sentinel. Those were the vehicles that looks like Rockstar were testing here. Now, in a separate Newswire post, Rockstar themselves did confirm that several vehicles were going to be getting speed enhancement boost when the expanded and enhanced version of the game came out. Now, they didn't really clarify on that too much, but that's like the one confirmed upgrade that we know is going to be coming. Performance boost mods for expanded and enhanced cars. Now, there is more follow-up to this, because Wildbrick says The first upgrade comes in 3 stages. It only works when you apply turbo to the car. The higher the level of the upgrade, the faster your car will go. Not sure if there's supposed to be any drawback to that, but so far we're just looking at a just max out everything, LOL. So let's actually take a look at some footage of that right now. So he says currently none of the 6 test vehicles have any mods in that slot, so the effect is unobtainable in unmodded gameplay. This effect only works when the turbo is applied, and you guys can see there the car on the left-hand side with the value set to 0.50, which is significantly higher, ends up finishing first by a good margin. So that's kind of interesting right there. It kind of shows you just how much faster these upgrades might make the cars in expanded and enhanced. And there was even more follow-up to that. He says the second upgrade basically gives the car more power. It also increases the top speed and acceleration bars inside LS Customs. All there is to that, interestingly, the EMS Level 1 upgrade decreases the acceleration bar, while the other 3 EMS upgrades increase it. And we have a video that also shows off that as well. So the vehicle on the right has the upgrade. The vehicle on the left does not have the upgrade. And he says the value in both clips is the default 19, and neither car has any other performance mods applied. But you can see this time the one on the right finishes much quicker than the car on the left. So these cars are going to get some serious performance boost, and it looks like that's going to be coming very soon to GTA Online once the expanded and enhanced version arrives. So expect vehicle updates. And according to another user who is a data miner, Monkey Police 188, it looks like Rockstar also made a bunch of other changes preparing for the expanded and enhanced version as they are dumping the old version of GTA Online. So we're just going to go through this entire thread. So this is 1 of 7. He said Rockstar made a boatload of changes to the base game sound data in this DLC, something they do not normally do. Interestingly enough, lots of audio data they added refers to sounds that do not exist in this build. Could this be a expanded and enhanced leftover/prep? So Franklin sounds, including stuff that, as far as I know, isn't even in this update. Some of his mission past themes, Franklin himself, movement, coughing, breathing, etc. Chop sounds, especially some of the panting data. Loading screen music and functionality. There seems to be a new type of loading screen music, which data has been added for in this update, but the sounds themselves don't exist. And then pause menu music functionality. There's also various bits of HUD, including phone sounds, radio signal beeps, menu navigation, and such. Parachute sounds, specifically wind, feedback, deploy stuff. Radio station functionality, a new audio type for a full list of all radio stations. Not sure how this impacts gameplay. Caddy audio, specifically suspension has changed. Small prop/bicycle collision sound changes. Some type of tire sound on certain surfaces, golfer speech, not sure why, but Rockstar removed some of it, and then road noises, sound data changes and additions, with some new track sounds for tanks, plane engine sound data changes and additions, various weapon sound changes to the minigun loop sound, railgun charge, hum, shotgun reload, and Desert Eagle clip, as well as LMG and sniper reload clip, and then sounds from a DLC that doesn't exist, DLC LP, with some music tracks. So I'm not sure what that could mean, but once again, it looks like Rockstar is preparing for the inevitable release of the expanded and enhanced version of GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online, as Grand Theft Auto Online on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 officially shuts down today. It is the end of an era. That's really what I just wanted to discuss with you guys in today's video. Let me know what you think of this being the final day of Grand Theft Auto Online on these old systems. I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the contract DLC videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.